But we've also done studies where we compare intermittent fasting when we consume exactly the same foods in a standardized, balanced way at different time points. Then we don't see any difference. We see exactly the same. If it's in a hypercaloric diet, we see exactly the same weight loss.
I see. So if you actually control, so this gets to a point, I've heard others make, which is that if you're doing, so what you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, tell me if this is a good translation.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if someone loses weight because they're doing daily intermittent fasting, it's not the time restriction per se, it's that doing that time restriction has helped them actually consume fewer overall calories.
Yes, in combination with also maybe stimulating them to exercise more, to be more active.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some very nice studies showing that if you skip breakfast, you tend to be less active throughout the day. So there's also an interaction between eating, having eaten, and being physically active from an habitual point of view.
I see. Besides the calorie side of this, just like sort of the calories in and turning that into fat piece of this, the obesity piece, is there any benefit to time restricted feeding in terms of inflammation markers or other aspects of physiology?
Oh, temporarily, I think it could. I mean, but in the long run, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I mean, you can use it to, I mean, you know that athletes, for example, like to do long endurance type exercise sessions in the morning before breakfast in order to maximize fat oxidation. So that is the way how with diet you can play around with optimizing adaptive responses to exercise. For example, if you want to do intermittent high-intensity exercise, you're not going to do that in the morning in an overnight fasted state, because then you won't actually reach that normal exercise intensity. So yes, you can work with diet and physical activity to moderate acute physiology and acute metabolism. And that can help you benefit from different, but it depends on your aims, your targets, and what you want to achieve.